friends out there. This is Rajendra Jain, communication expert, business and life coach, and the series of videos which we are shooting is on leadership, and today's video is precisely on point number 5 of leadership, how to create a leaders. Well, before that I want to share a small instance with you people which happened during one of our counseling when a family came in. Now the child was sitting there in my office and there were both of these parents sitting next to the child. And during the conversation, I spoke to the child and I asked the child a question. And the mother, I was waiting for a reply. The mother says, answer dena. Answer dena. No, I was just observing and I repeated the question. And the mother says, "नहीं राजू भाई ये डर गया आपसे ये अच्छा बोलता है." The child started speaking something, and the child told something, and then the mother said, "नहीं वो भी तो बोल तूने वो क्या किया?" I'm just wondering, sitting there, you are not allowing the child to speak. You are more worried what the child is going to speak. Then how are you going to allow the child to nurture their thoughts? And that is when I come to point number 5, which says encourage them to speak. Friends, it's very, very important. It is not as simple as you think. It's so powerful, so powerful. It's the difference between being an empowering leader, an effective leader, and an ordinary person. It makes a lot of difference. What happens is, when you allow your children to speak, that is when they learn how to express themselves. When you allow your child to answer their own queries directed towards them, what happens is, the child actually understands and gives answers and also learns how to confront people, how to confront views, how to articulate or how to put it in different ways. They will learn it over a period of time. Some children may learn it very fast, some may take a little bit of time. But what is important is allowing the children, or I would put it the other way, encouraging the children to speak. That's very crucial. In fact, not just the children at a young age. When children, I have seen student committees which are formed. There will be one teacher who will be made the head of the committee, and for the sake of it, they will have group discussion. For the sake of it, they will have some discussion about some event. Everything will be prejudged and pre-decided by the teachers. I have seen that. I have gone to organizations, attending meeting, social organizations where the agenda is pre-decided. I don't know why you have meetings kept when you have already pre-decided, when you do not require their suggestions. In fact, suggestions not coming out is, I'm still okay with that. But the problem is, you are hampering the process, the natural process of creation of leaders, because you are not allowing them. Same thing happens in the organizations. Sadly, well-governed organizations have their way of handling things top down. What you are supposed to do, how you are supposed to behave, how you will scratch your head, scratch your whatever you want to scratch. Everything is pre-decided, and that is where you create robots. You don't create minds. You don't create a genius. Lot of family-run businesses. The reason why family-run businesses split, the reason why family-run businesses are not so successful, of course there are few which are, but usually it do not go to the next level, is precisely for the same reason. I have told you to do this, please do this. I told you, no, I am the experienced one, what do you know? And this is what hampers the creation of leaders. Guys, let me tell you, leaders are people who actually need to get trained into speaking, because leaders are the people who are the posters of the organization. Whether whatever level you are in, if you are a leader, if you are groomed to be a leader, then you need to speak amongst people. You need to speak in crowd, not for yourself, but for your organization. You are a representation, you are a replica, you are a forefront of your organization. And I've come across so many big organizations, big building, construction companies, big banks, where people at the helm do not even know how to talk. I come to social organizations, I am connected with a lot of social organizations who do not know what they are talking, leave alone empowering people. They make people feel like piece of shit. People are only waiting to get out and go away from there. Why? Because they were not allowed to speak, and that is what they are not groomed. Neither do they take training. Well, as a trainer, as a communication expert, as a public speaking coach, let me tell you a very, very blunt point on your face. If you as an organization head cannot speak to 4 or 5 people, if you cannot go in your communities and stand and talk like a lion, then you have no right whatsoever to talk about growth in your business, because you are not going to help facilitate the growth of your organization. It's very important. In fact, I am amused at times where the presidents of organizations, chairmen of organizations have outsourced their speeches, outsource their motivation to motivate their people. Their job of motivating their cadre, they have outsourced. Same thing happens to the organization when people get stuck in papers. What kind of leader are you if you get stuck into papers? And sorry to say, if you are being led by somebody who does not know how to speak, you are in danger. You are in danger. My call to all the principals, to the teachers, very, very important for you to be good speakers, for you to motivate your kids. For you as parents, you need to understand, you need to groom your children, but for that you need to be prepared. You need to be prepared, and prepared well. Friends, we are not living in some 18th and 19th century. We are living in this 21st century where communication is very, very important. And if you think you are going to build the leaders of tomorrow by stopping them, by not allowing them to speak, then you are wrong. You are absolutely wrong. Take the help of experts if you are not. My call to all the organizations with 20, 30 people, with 10 people, if you want to grow, then you need to hire the experts of communication. That is when you will come out with ideas, because people will not be able to express what they are going through. And if you want to create leaders, friends, it's absolutely important. Right from the childhood, the child has to be given an opportunity to speak. You need to encourage them to speak. Not just that, bol, not just to that extent. When they confront you, saying, Papa, you are not right, you are doing wrong when you are smoking, when he tells you, chup it, tere ko nahi malum hai. That is where you are killing a genius in your child. You are killing a genius in your students. You are killing a genius in your employees. That employees who are responsible for your growth and the growth of the organization. Friends, as a communication expert, I take it as a responsibility to warn you today. If you people, the organizations which are not good in communication, not just within the organization but outside also, then you are making a big blunder. Allow them to speak. Allow your people to express. Allow your people to confront, because that is what is going to create leaders. This is Rajendra Jain, thanking you. Like, share, comment, very important. Till I see you in the next video. Thank you so much. Love you all.